Hi, Ryder. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Nicole. I'm the social media coordinator for the All American High School Film Festival, and I'm so excited to learn all about your film. Congratulations on being one of our 2025 official selections.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you for having me, and I'm extremely excited for this opportunity. It's amazing.
Well, great. Well, for starters, tell me a little bit about yourself, where you're from, where you go to high school, and what got you into filmmaking.
Yeah, my name is Ryder, as you said. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm a rising junior at St. Paul's. Um, I wasn't really into filmmaking my entire life up to this point, but around middle school, I really started to appreciate films, and I found that it was the art form that suited me best, so I ended up rolling with it. And this is one of my first short films, so I'm really excited that it got into the festival.
Well, that's great. Okay, so this next part is gonna be a little bit of like an activity. I'm gonna have you do a elevator pitch for me of your
Okay.
film. So I want you to tell me like the main theme, the genre, the hook, like all that fun stuff in
Oh
60
yeah.
seconds. Okay?
All right. Yeah.
So I'm gonna time you, so I'll count you down. Ready? Three, two, one, go.
Okay, so Colorblind is a 3-minute experimental short film, and I like to best describe it as very expressionistic. It follows a man who confronts his emotions in a very physical way, and I find very interesting to see play out visually, and yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Okay, you did that actually in like 30 seconds, so that's great. So, for my next question, what inspired you to make this film?
Um, I've I've always found films really interesting that tackle very broad and very wide appealing emotions and subject matter, but those that still maintain a resonance to the audience. So I tried to do something similar to that, and hopefully it worked out.
So, were there any like behind the scene moments that like were super memorable, like made you laugh or, like changed your approach at filmmaking?
um, One that comes to mind is so for the film, I had found a rentable location that I thought suited it perfectly and really brought the location to life. And so I got there. I had never rented a location before, and the man who rented it to me was very nice and obviously very generous. But he ended up sitting in during the entire shoot. It was a 1 day shoot, and he just kind of sat back and watched. So, an unexpected crew member, but one that we're glad was there.
That's so cool. Were there any like influences that helped you like decide to do this film? Like another film or a director, like a real life experience?
Yeah, I mean, I found that I started writing this film after a moment that I had to confront a lot of very harsh emotions, and I mean, I love a ton of directors, but I really love those the most who aren't aren't afraid to be vulnerable in their work, and so I tried to put that into mine.
Well, that's really cool. Was that like a big challenge of yours? Wear your heart on your sleeve like that?
It was a bit of a challenge, but I'd say uh, mostly in the writing stage. I found during filming and after I'd already committed to it, it came along together nicely.
So what would you think was your biggest challenge? Was it the writing?
I think, I mean, I think my biggest challenge was either the writing or just coming to the realization step by step of what filmmaking really was and what directing and producing and filming and all of that can come with. And I feel like rolling with that was definitely hard, but it was fun.
So what feelings or emotions do you want your audience to feel after watching your film?
Um, I worked I worked a lot with our sound designer, and I feel like both visual and auditory aspects. We want you to feel very a very abrupt kind of I guess a little bit of fear, but also a little bit of confidence in yourself because you know emotions can be scary, but they're very much so manageable.
Oh, that's so nice. Um, why should people make sure to go see your film at our festival?
Um, they should come to see Colorblind because I believe it's a film that has a lot to say in ways that have never really been said before.
Nice, simple, like that. Period. Well, thank you so much for taking your time to talk to me today. We're super excited to feature your work in our festival. And for those attending the fest, you can see Colorblind on Saturday, October 18th during screening number 10 at the AMC Empire 25 theaters in Times Square, New York City. See you in October.
Thank you, Nicole.